Hey everybody, it's Glenn back in this video with the Marvel Select movie Ant-Man. This is from the Disney Store, as you see here, which I believe differs from the regular release as the Disney Store one comes with an unmasked head. On the side of the packaging is an illustration of movie Ant-Man, and on the packaging back a picture of the figure itself, which we won't linger on as here it is out of packaging. It's packed with all the movie accuracy I've come to expect from Marvel Select, lots of sculpted detail with the costume, it has all the obligatory piping that for some reason makes the translation of a superhero costume from comic to movie realistic. Then lots of silver outlining of said piping going on in the deco. It's a detail that as a collector is nice to see, yet as a customizer instantly makes my hands tremble as I break out in a cold sweat. The black of the costume does seem flat, but it has some nice shading to the red parts. Taking a closer look at the head sculpt, and I think the likeness of Paul Rudd is there in the sculpt. Or squint, and it's kind of the likeness of Frenchie Stewart, isn't it? Him of Third Rock from the Sun and Inspector Gadget 2 fame. For a while I actually thought those two were the same person. For the longest time I also confused Michelle Pfeiffer with Jodie Foster. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, Ant-Man. So yeah, while I think the likeness is there in the sculpt, I think the sculpt has been done a disservice by the deco. The painting of the eyes is a bit bungled. The attempt at rendering the stubble in the deco is noble. Yeah, I feel the grey of the paint of the stubble is bringing out an ashiness in the overall flesh tone. And the painting of the lips is making him look like he's wearing lipstick. But hey, if Scott Lang / Paul Rudd / Frenchie Stewart wants to wear lipstick, well, it's 2015 people, who are we to judge? So my opinion on the unmasked head is mixed, but even if you don't like that head, we can consider it a bonus as it comes with the interchangeable helmeted head. Seems these wires on the back here plug into these holes in the helmet. The head swaps in pretty easily compared, that is, to the recent Marvel Select Carnage I reviewed. And looking at him with the helmet on, it's a lot more satisfying to my eye. Interchangeable parts are all well and good, but I tend to pick my favourite part and display the figure with it, while the other parts get squirreled away in a drawer never to see the light of day again. And in that way I'd be sticking with the helmeted head for sure. But the interchangeability doesn't stop there, as he also comes with interchangeable hands, so we get the clenched fists he comes packed with, then these really gestural hands, good for squeezing invisible boobies. Then the final set are somewhere between the two, open but not as gestural as the previous ones, and with the unhelmeted head popped back on, these hands can be good for wedging the helmet between its fingers, so he can appear to be carrying it. And finally he comes with an ittier-bittier Ant-Man. In spite of its size, the sculpt is really quite detailed, plus it shares much of the detailed deco of the larger one, albeit with no articulation. Here they are alongside the Marvel Select Avengers Age of Ultron Hulk, and now alongside the Marvel Legends Hulk you can really see the 7-inch scale of Marvel Select versus the 6-inch scale of Marvel Legends. But then the shrunken Ant-Man there can fit into a collection of any scale. Plus the little guy allows for some fun with displaying as he hops on Hulk here for a free ride. Turning our attention towards articulation, and the head rotates, yet if the head is turned too far these wire bits pop out. I guess the wires are movie accurate, and as such I don't want to knock Diamond Select for paying attention to detail, but in terms of posability I'd prefer them not to be there. Both the heads look down this much, and they also look up this much. Then the heads can be tilted side to side in a quizzical pose. At the shoulder the arms rotate and move up this much. At the elbow there's rotation and the lower arm hinges up to pretty much a right angle to the upper arm. At the wrists the hands rotate and all sets of the hands are hinged moving down and up. There's rotation at the waist, then a rotating diaphragm joint as well, yet that diaphragm joint only moves the tiniest bit forward and then also moves the tiniest bit back. At the hips the legs move out to the side this much, they move this far forward and a bit less far back. There is upper leg rotation, then there's a double jointed knee. At the ankle the feet are hinged, then they also have an ankle rocker pivot, with this being the widest stance possible, still with both feet flat on the floor. You know, when it comes to poseability, Marvel Select really have come a long way and deserve to be commended for their efforts. Now I don't have the Marvel Legends movie Ant-Man Ant-Man yet, although it is winging its way to me across the Atlantic from Amazon in the US, so when that package lands, I'll keep the Select one handy for a comparison. But in the meantime, here is the Marvel Select movie Ant-Man alongside his Marvel Legends comic counterpart by Toy Biz from 2006's Giant Man series. Anyway, for a closer look at the Marvel Select Avengers Age of Ultron Hulk that's made a cameo in this video, click the video on the right. As ever, I sure would appreciate it if you could give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for more, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.